Okay, time's up. I hereby declare my situation with the Veteran Affairs has reached a dead end on this date, June 18th, 2025. I've decided to kill Joe Biden, Bob Casey, and myself for the mental torture, psychological operations they have made me endure from 2012 till today. At a later date, not today. I've just decided today. I'm not going to act today. And all started when the Veteran Affairs entered a wrong date, which it costed me $127,293. While the government is withholding my $127,293, I'm on eviction attempt number 3 as we speak because of Loan Depot, who is in contact more than with the Veteran Affairs, who is in contact more than me with the Veteran Affairs, almost like they are working together to evict me, both knowing I'm a disabled veteran. Keep that in mind. Both knowing I'm a disabled veteran. I've been soft swatted over 11 times, including local police and FBI and Secret Service. Again, this is all I had to deal with after war. Operation Enduring Freedom. I'm one of the ones who helped take out bin Laden. Again, after all I did for my nation/country at 17 to 23, they repaid me by forging fraudulent data into my records, then avoided me, ignored me, interrupted my lifestyle continually, and ultimately conducted a conspiracy to cover up their mistakes made on my records. They fucked up my records and left me to deal with it. This is me dealing with it. I am the one who had to live with their mistakes since 2012. This is why I'm going to kill Joe Biden and Bob Casey. Pennsylvania cult-style politics, in charge at the Veteran Affairs when my issues occurred. Ultimately, they are the two responsible individuals for my VA troubles. And myself. I'm going to kill them and myself. That's why. Beyond this year, 2025, I no longer want to live in a world where they control my life through elementary errors. Elementary errors. A child would do. That takes minutes to correct. It will take minutes to correct an incorrect date, and somehow because of the Biden cult, I'm waiting and protesting it to be corrected for 12 years. This ends in 2 ways. I either get my $127,293 and an apology from the Veteran Affairs in 6 months by the end of 2025, or I'm going to kill my targets and myself. Don't worry, people. This is a declaration of what I'm going to do. Instead of being fearful of what I'm going to do, be hopeful that the government hears this and they go, "Oh yeah, we did make a silly mistake. I'm sorry we made you go through all these lengths and hold yourself hostage and blah blah." Anyway, now if you're upset at me for making this decision, imagine how I felt 12 years constantly being ignored and conspired against, witnessing COVID and presidential assassination attempts by Biden cult. That is me living through your manipulation instead of me living my life, and I refuse to beyond 2025. This is my declaration. Note that the Veteran Affairs once said in regards to me, in reaching the above conclusion, the board has considered the applicability of the benefit of the doubt doctrine. However, as the evidence is persuasively against the veteran's claims, that doctrine is not applicable in this appeal. Page 16 of 3,879 of the record before the agency document. If you want to look at that, that's there. Imagine talking to the team that hunted bin Laden and the VA says they're above making errors, even though the first thing they did in your paperwork was fuck up my EAS date. Then imagine taking away the doubt doctrine when people are incorrect until proven guilty. When people are innocent until proven guilty. Sorry. Plus, I'm saying the VA fucked up a couple times and their response is nah. Yeah. One trial court before an actual court could clear this whole situation, but I requested that, was told I'd get one by Susan Price at the Chester County VA office. And that was 3 years ago. They lied. She lied about that too. So after their errors, conspiracy, and lies, I'm eliminating my care/respect for them and waiving any doubts, concerns like they did to my life. I'm applying what they applied to me. They didn't care about me. Why should I care about them? It was literally their job to give care, benefits, and help. It was their job. My job, go get the bad guy. I did. Came back to you, and that's what you did with your job. They failed me. N22 a day. So come the end of 2025, don't villainize me. I wanted to live happily. evictionless, depressionless, SWATless, and debtless. They destroyed my wants, needs, and dreams. They are the Veteran Affairs. They were/are controlled by Joe Biden, Bob Casey, and the Biden cult within Pennsylvania. I put they were because Joe Biden had power in the Oval Office. 8 as vice president, 4 as real president. Hello. They were in charge. Are they still? I don't know. Sincerely yours, and there's all my names in case, the internet can't correlate all my shit together. Because, what if the FBI is tracking Sharp Kill on YouTube, and then the Secret Service is tracking VA Living Dead, or the VA is tracking VA Living Dead, and then SSI is tracking Majo Allah, and then Family's tracking Matt, and then Marine Corps is tracking Sergeant Corporal, and then, yeah. Why is it in red? I don't know. Maybe because I mean what I said. Anyway, this is only missing one thing. A sign and date. Oh boy. Now I can add this to that and hang it up on the wall. Now let's go over what I just talked about. Elementary style errors. We made a decision on your claim for service-connected compensation received on November 1st, 2011. Now here's the thingy. Separation date this period. Box B, right here. Separation date this period. When did you leave the Marine Corps? 5/7/12. What's that translate to? May 7th, 2012. So how did the VA, in their VA system, make a decision in 2011 when I wasn't in their system until 2012? 2011, I was in this system. They're making decisions. How? They can't jump VA to Marine to VA. It's two separate departments. Hello. Anyway, that's the elementary style errors. And here's the benefit of the doubt doctrine. They advertise to me and say, we could do this, but fuck you. Now, mind you, in court, Kyle Rittenhouse got benefit of the doubt, innocent until proven guilty. He killed people and got away with it. What did I do? Hunted bin Laden. I didn't shoot him myself, but I helped hunt bin Laden down. And does it help make all the fucking networks possible to communicate, to give us his location? Literally didn't kill anyone, went to war, saved people, come back home, get conspired by the VA, and get no benefit of the doubt? Not even once? A.C. McKenzie? Veteran law judge? Hello. And then it says here, this decision is not precedential and does not establish VA policy or interpretations of general applicability. Well, why did you interpret I don't deserve the applicability of the doubt doctrine? I mean, you considered the applicability of the benefit of the doubt doctrine, and then you fucking said, fuck you. So I'm saying fuck you back. And here's what I get to wear either in my uniform, like when I walk down the aisle and get married one day, or like when I'm laid to rest in my coffin. This will be on my uniform. Did Kyle Rittenhouse, did he have any medals? No, he just had paid for lawyers. Now, I'm trying to get before a court so I can answer and represent myself versus all the people that did this. I don't need representation. I just need paperwork filers that understand that lingo. Hello. Why did he get to kill people and have people excuse him in a court and get away with it when I did everything correct? Went to school, got good grades, graduated, went to the Marine Corps, came out, went to college, got conspired against by the government. I'm convinced Joe Biden helped Kyle Rittenhouse. Hello. Joe Biden didn't help me. Hello. Between me and Kyle Rittenhouse, Joe Biden helped Kyle Rittenhouse. And I can't say his name right because I don't care to promote that guy. It's just in that case, instead of Kyle Rittenhouse, I could say Alec Baldwin. He killed someone. He got benefit of the doubt. Hello. Why was my benefit of the doubt denied? I have a whole case saying you fucked up this. And you said, no, we don't believe you. You don't even get benefit of the doubt doctrine. I doubt your words. Why don't you explain to me instead of me just assuming what you're saying because you wrote some pieces of paper once upon a time? They could have said that. They didn't. They've been avoiding, ignoring me. And then you go back to social media where the VA Rapid Response Team can just come on my social media page and do whatever they want. Oh, here, try this step. I already did that. Bot. And then I get a call from that response team. Hello. Did that go anywhere? No. It went to fucking Wagner Civil Law University, whatever. And they have 2 people at their office. Hello. I just need one to fill out the paperwork. I'm representing myself in the court. They're my parallel. Again, I didn't do anything bad where I need people to excuse my actions. I'm the one being targeted by the VA, and they proudly show off their targeted. Hello. This wasn't even a year ago. I had the FBI at my door on behalf of the Department of Justice. All these people are complicit, working together to make me appear as a bad guy, and I'm not. That's why I wrote the Declaration. I mean, if I wrote this and I wrote, I'm going to kill you in 6 months unless you go to this, hit backspace and put in the right date, you'd probably have it done in a half hour. I probably wouldn't need to go to these measures and make a declaration to get you to fix your mistake. But there's no other route yet for veterans that are going through shit that veterans shouldn't be going through. There's no route for that. And there's no route for help. What's my help? I get the VA Rapid Response bot who tells Kathy to call me. And then Kathy calls, hey, can I recommend you to Joni Newby? Okay, hi Joni, hi Matt. Blah, blah, blah. Here's Wagner. Okay. Hi Wagner, hi. We're at max capacity. We can't help you. Sorry, bye. Okay. So 3 chains of a people that just broke into nothing. Anyway, that's my declaration. This is what I'm going to do. Now, if the police look at this and hold me accountable and want to preemptively put me behind bars for what I said I'm going to do if nothing changes in the future, you can change the future. You don't have to punish me for saying bad things, even though you feel worse than your words and you're actually keeping it in so you don't. Like, I want to kill them. I'm not making that. No, I want to kill them. They're my enemy. But I'm not, because I'm home. And that's not how we handle things home. We put them behind bars so they can think about their fucking mistakes. You get to sit for 12 years just thinking about what you did. Kind of like I did. Only in my 12 years, I didn't do anything. I was just the victim of a simple data entry error / clerical error that the VA refused to fix. And I can't make this up. All I can do is keep posting about it until I get the one lawyer or one attorney and we end up suing the VA for $100 million. And guess what? If this was a private law firm, yeah, maybe they don't have $100 million. But when it's the VA, Veteran Affairs, who is paid by the government, who the government just has to propose a yearly budget once a year. I can talk to Trump. Anyone can see this. They could put in an amendment for the budget, $100 million. For the conspired veteran, because the VA failed him. If the VA failed me, the government failed me. Why did I do more for the government? I'm one person. Than the government did for me. They're millions of people. Hello. Just a couple thousand at the VA. But there's millions in the government. Hello. None of them millions can do this? Oh, we made a mistake. Data fixed. I corrected the date. Now it should say March 8th, 2012. And then I get to open up my binder again and show how the April 18th, 2013 was actually within a year from May 8th, 2012. May 8th, 2012 would be the first date I'm in the Veteran Affairs system. That should be that date. And then I should get my back pay. And then I should be able to get my house out of eviction. And then I won't be living as shitty. And then I'll feel more obligated to go out and get a job and provide for myself. But for now, I'm just waiting for a fix of an error that I had no bearing in making. I didn't do that. I didn't even give him a post-it note saying, hey, fuck up the date and put this in there. Hello. All I did was give them my DD-214. And they did that. So when I give you this, and you take that date right there in box B, 2012, 05, 07, and you enter 11111, you fucked up. You need to unfuck it. And then you need to apologize. And here's the kicker. One person made the error. The entire Veteran Affairs, up until this date, committed to it. So no, when it comes to me killing Joe Biden, Bob Casey, there is no. I either get my money and an apology, and that's the golden ticket for their life. I'm not going to go after them when I get my own fucking rewards. Hello. Back pay shouldn't be a fucking reward. Hello. It's compensation. Every veteran that comes out gets that shit. Why am I fighting for my life? Anyway. America is grateful to you for your service. That's why we fucked up the date and continue to conspire against you. And that's why I was forced to make a declaration. What happened last time, a couple mad men? Not that they were crazy, just they were mad no one was taking the time and life as serious as the times needed. What did they do? I think the Founding Fathers once made a Declaration of Independence. I'm not saying I'm going against my government, I'm independent, you're not my government. No. You see, it says Declaration of Wrongdoing. Who did the wrongdoing? I declare the Veteran Affairs did. And here, it all started when the Veteran Affairs entered a date wrong, which accosted me how much? $127,290. Am I lying? It all started when they entered that date wrong. And then I went to 2023 in this paper, and their judge that the VA had hired, mind you, VA made the mistake. VA had correct info. Made mistake. VA hired a judge to explain how I'm wrong, they're right. Even though you can't explain what's not true. Hello. Anyway, I'm going to hang this declaration. There we go. I'm going to hang it right here on the side. So that way, at the end of the year, either I'm going to rip it off the wall and bring it with me when I perform my mission to take out the world's biggest bad guys that still remain, that were behind the world's biggest bad guys. Or Doug Collins could go ahead and express that Secretary of Veteran Affairs power and correct the mistake no one else at the VA could fix, apparently. And then I could send this, rip it off my fucking wall and give it to him as a trophy. Meanwhile, he comes in, gives me the apology, and I hang it right there. On behalf of the Veteran Affairs, I, Doug Collins, 12th Veteran Secretary, blah, 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 apologize. Because the VA inputted a wrong date, which accosted you $127,292 and wasted 12 years of your life. Now, that won't make up for all that time, but I can live the rest of my life having that. Knowing that they do feel bad that they did a bad thing. And they didn't want me to die because of psychological operations. They just didn't know how to fix the problem. But that apology would fix it. That money would fix it. I'm telling you again. Now I've made the declaration. It's hung on the wall. So by the end of the year, I'm either going to replace it with an apology that Doug Collins writes himself and signs himself to me on behalf of the VA. Like we're fucking meeting at the Alamo. I represent one side, he represents the other. Hello, we're here for peace. Why fight over and die on this land when we can live and make families and things? Like Surge energy drink. Like crimpets. Like tasty cakes. Like sandwiches. Like pizza. We could do things together more than apart. And even then, we all have our own individual houses to go to, right? Usually, unless the VA conspires with loanDepot and they force you to be evicted. Again, once I get the apology and money, I don't have to worry about loanDepot. But until then, my declaration's been declared. Looking at this, being a judge, right? Everyone's innocent until proven guilty. Everyone is given benefit of the doubt. They're not guilty until you destroy the benefit of the doubt. They don't have these medals. That one says I went to war. Global War on Terrorism. Afghanistan Campaign Medal. Marine Corps Good Conduct Medal. We call that a good cookie. Every 3 years, if you don't get any write-ups or anything, and you don't get demoted and deranked or whatever, you get a good cookie medal. Yay! So in 20 years, I don't know. What's 20 divided by 3? 6 something. You should have 6 medals. Anyway, Sea Service Deployment Ribbon. I was on a ship. National Defense Service Medal. I signed up when I knew we were in war. So when I signed up, it wasn't a surprise when we went to war. I knew what I was getting into somewhat. NATO Medal. For what? Oh, being in Afghanistan. Navy Unit Commendation. Oh. Wow, all these medals I earned. And you know what they do? They amount to nothing. The board has considered the applicability of benefit of the doctrine. However, as the evidence is persuasively against the veterans' claims, what evidence? You didn't state any. There's no evidence. The error's right here. EAS 5/7/2012. You put 1/1/1/1/1 November 1st, 2011. You can't make a decision in 2011 when you don't have the evidence, records, or permission until 2012. Prejudice? I don't know. Anyway, VA... This decision is not precedential and does not establish VA policies or interpretations of general applicability. Does not establish VA policies or interpretations of general applicability. Applicability. This doctrine is not applicable to the appeal. How do you know? You just did what you said you couldn't do. Anyway. Again, they said they can't do this when they're doing this, blah, blah, blah. But they did this when they should have did this. Veteran Affairs is made of complicit fucking morons. Oh, did you make a mistake? Oh, I made a mistake too. Maybe we can work together and act like it was the system that made a mistake. So we don't both get in trouble and just the system gets looked at. Oh, okay. What's behind the system you're working for? People! Veterans! Waiting on you, doing your job, so they can continue living their life. And you're fucking it up. Department of Veteran Affairs. Department of Veteran Affairs. VFW. Same shit. Same fuck-ups. Now again, I'm tired of talking. I'm exhausted. I don't want to go online to correct the government that's taking more time and conspiring more so. I want them to own up to what they did, realize they're in the wrong, not me. Give me my money, give me the apology, and await the lawsuit. The $100 million lawsuit. Unless, again, they want to include it in the apology and money. If they want to stop me from taking 3 years to sue them at the highest level and just give me the $100 million by the end of this year with the apology and the $293, yeah, that would work. I would be living happy. I'd be posting good shit on social media. I would have a garden. Hell, tell you the truth, I would be mowing when it's wet and humid. Because I would have extra money to replace the belts on my machine mower that break when it's too wet. But if I had the money, I would put in the effort and use the money. I just don't have the money, and my effort, energy levels are drained. Wonder why. Here's the wall of why. Here's the wall. Despite my social media walls and Facebook walls that everyone can fucking see, this is my life, my wall. And by the end of the year, these will have all the reasons why I hunt Joe Biden and Bob Casey down, or I'm getting my money. And to those veterans going through the same shit, I hold myself to a standard. I'm holding to you to my standard. If you don't have a 12-year dispute with the VA, you don't get to go to these levels and threaten people with death. Again, I'm comparing the 10 years we took to hunt down bin Laden from 2001, September 11th, 2001, to whenever the fuck in February 12? 11 years? 10 years? Maybe he was hunted down in 2011. I don't know. Don't remember. But from 2001 to 2011, that's 10 years. Osama bin Laden was dead. That was the mission. 10 years to kill someone. Now the VA's taken 12 years to fix an error. What in your mind is harder to pull off? Killing the world's biggest terrorist in 10 years? Or correcting a date that was entered wrong within 12 years. 10 years to kill the world's biggest bad guy. 12 years to correct the data entry? Oh, man. It would have been sooner. It's just the one-of-a-kind computer that needed to handle this fix. It just wasn't up and operational until June 19th, 2025. Sorry, Matt. Man, if only that one computer was there and could do the fucking performing. Are we in the iRobot world? I'm not relying on one robot. I'm relying on my government, and they're all failing me. Mind you, I went outside of the VA sphere, so this is entirely governmental, not just VA. Hello, and all my representation is failing me, which leads me to believe there is no real government. Which leads me to believe I need to be the president for shit to change for the people for the better. Until I'm president representing the actual people, we'll just have more systems in play. Talking through fucking papers that don't even have the right data. And then that data entered by the Department of Veteran Affairs, they keep getting the benefit of the doubt, but I don't. How's that work, A.C. McKenzie? Someone find A.C. McKenzie and ask her why he or she did this. Was it to offend me, the reader? Because that's what it feels like. We heard what you said, and, the VA does fuck up sometimes, but not in this case. Fuck you. What? The first fucking page in my file is fucked. And the last page is fucked. So everything in between that you think is just... it's just the last and first page that are fucked. Everything else is pristine. Anyway, this is my day that I declare I was wronged. And this is what I'm going to do about it. If nothing changes from here till the end of the year, this is what I'm going to do about it. I'm giving you 6 months. It takes you 5 minutes to correct the error. That's it. I hope you make the time, because I'm already planning mine. How copy? Over?